Scott with sjwellfire.com, sjwellfire.com. Bookmark that site. Sign up for our newsletter. I want to give clarification on the dream that I had about Trump and all these Western leaders. And the first time I talked about this dream, I didn't really mention Trump's name. I just said, let no man deceive you, even ones that appear to be on the good guy side. So the dream, I saw all these Western leaders from NATO countries, all of them basically walking in a line, and they're picking up an envelope. And it appeared to me that they wanted to be the Antichrist. They wanted to be the leader to bring in this one world government. It was their ultimate desire, almost like an audition. But upon further review, thinking about the envelopes, it was almost like a movie script. So it was their script, their role to bring in this one world government. And I talk about how they were surrounded by these aliens, these fallen angels, potentially Lucifer himself. All these clowns had dark eyes and a commanding presence, supernatural strength, supernatural intelligence. They reminded me of the movie 300 and those soldiers. They just had a presence about them. And many of these Western leaders were awestruck, and they wanted to please Lucifer and his fallen angels. And the reason why I think, and I'm mentioning Trump, is because Stephen Banoon with Israeli News Live talked about how his sources within the Pentagon said that the Biden administration, they are worried about a Trump coup d'etat. Trump obviously should be the president of the United States, but a coup d'etat would be a false flag. And the reason why it's a false flag is because ultimately the playbook is to bring in UN troops to disarm the American population, to eliminate free speech. You think free speech is bad now? Wait till there's an attempted coup, right? That's a staged event that ultimately will bring in China soldiers, UN soldiers, and there goes the Constitution, the little bit of Constitution that we have left. And I found that fascinating. It just reminded me of my dream of grabbing this envelope, this script, to be able to bring in this one world government. So very, very interesting. I think the Antichrist is born. I had a dream a while ago that the Antichrist was born in 2019. Now, I'm not sure if that meant spiritually born, if the Antichrist spirit went into somebody in 2019, it could be, or if it was a physical baby that was born, maybe a genetic mutation of Nimrod's DNA. I'm not 100% sure. That's up for debate. But again, I think we do have some time. Check out that podcast that we did. The first seal has been opened, and they're priming the pump for seal 2 and 3. So folks, times are getting wild. And you think about this whole theater, of the BRICS nations. They're the ones that are going to be in power. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, probably Mexico will be thrown in there, Turkey. That's where the power one world government's going to come out of, because if you think about the Deagle report, 200 million Americans need to die, and all these Western nations as well have their populations decimated, including Israel, flat out. And you can just see the U.S. dollar is being decoupled as the global currency. Saudi Arabia now is accepting other currencies for oil. They're not accepting our phone calls. Folks, you think inflation is bad now? Wait till all those dollars come back that are not being used to trade oil. This is destruction of the U.S. by design. God's in control. U.S. deserves it with how wicked we are, right? But at the end of the day, let no man deceive you, even ones that we think are good, because it's a playbook, my friends. So Scott with sjwellfire.com. Again, bookmark that site. That's where you'll find the majority of our content. We're censored. sjwellfire.com, and sign up for that newsletter. If you're a Christian, God bless.